everybody, and welcome back to the Enviro400 Videos YouTube channel. I'm Enviro400 Videos, otherwise known as Enviro400, depending on what day of the week and what video you're watching. And welcome to the start of our very exciting Within OMSI 2 mini-series, where we're taking a look at a brand new map. So you join me at Adstow Ferry on Adstow, the project Adstow version 5. Still a work in progress map. I was contacted very recently, midway through when we were looking at building in version 5 routes, and I was asked, would you like to have a little drive on the Adstow project? Show it off for us, see what it's like, have a little sample of it. And quite a few other YouTubers have been looking at it in more recent times. And I will admit I've not been doing as much OMSI as much as I used to do. I mean, I've sort of had the regular videos on, but I've sort of keeping myself to myself. So it was an absolute honour to be contacted, to be asked to have a look at the Adstow project. It's made by somebody who has watched the Enviro400 channel for quite a while, somebody who used to communicate with quite a lot. I mean, I've just been that busy in life at the moment, and with the YouTube channel focus changing, I've just not been in touch with people as much as I used to be. But it was really, really nice to hear from them, Mr. Sargent, who has made this map, to give us a copy of it and to let us have a little look. So the Adstow project now has quite a number of routes, but I thought before we do all of the facts and the figures and sample all of the other inner services, I thought the first thing I saw when I loaded into the map was the 99, the Coastal Clipper Cabriolet service that runs inspired by the first Swansea, first Cymru, first Wales service 99, the seafront service that they run there with ex-first Bradford B70 Geminis at the moment, and inspired by that service over there. And I saw this was the first bus, AI bus I saw going around the maps. I thought, you know what, we'll jump in this bus, we'll give it a go, we'll have a little trip along the seafront, focusing on the town centre as well as we go through, so we can sort of introduce ourselves into the map in a really, really nice way, see what it's all like, and then in the next few videos we'll take a look at the other routes available on the map, and sort of review them one by one and see what they're all like. But as you can see in front of us in a custom livery for this map is the open-top London C400, otherwise known as the ADL E400, a Trident 2 with first in Devon on. So it is a first bus livery on a first bus vehicle. The operator that they use here is First Devon. It hasn't been Devon and Cornwall for quite some time. Unfortunately, the first did leave Devon many years ago, so it is quite nice to see this sort of like a what if on a fictitious map kind of thing. And again, all looks really, really nice. Absolutely love the livery and love the unique design of the map and bits like that. It does look really, really awesome. All the ticket prices and bits, and as I say, first Devon. But yes, we'll do the first Devon 99 service from here up to the caravan site, I believe, and the bay. So let's have a little look, get our service done. So yeah, we'll go from here, the ferry to the bay. I think the map, I don't know if this route map is entirely accurate to what we're doing at the moment, because we are at the ferry port and we are going to the bay, but the bay might also be the caravan site. So we'll see how we go, although it does say North Point on there, so I think the caravan site is also North Bay, but we'll see, and we'll get everybody on. So the route itself is timetabled to take us about 15 minutes. So it's not the longest route in the world, but as I say, we'll provide a nice introduction to the map, will allow us to see what we can expect, and obviously explore the town centre bit so we can crack on exploring other elements as well, with the lovely C400 open top. So this is the ferry port. We do like a good old ferry port on the Enviro sort of community of channels. We do quite a lot with Enviro400, where we've done the ferries over to Dublin, over to Ireland, quite a lot from North Wales. So it is quite a cool ferry port. Is this quite sort of a small one for local ferry connections you'd kind of expect to see, but I think still looks cool. And as I say, how it's been structured with the route to go in and out of it, it's quite narrow, so it does have that challenging effect with it. But I still think it's still pretty awesome, and still you can get around it, so you're not sort of like really stupidly tight. So First Bus in real life do have open toppers on their services down in Cornwall, and they do have a number of SN09s, LK58, LK08 from various different sources. Some of the SN09s were originally new to First, sold onto another company, purchased again for open top use. So the LKs were Metroline vehicles, as you'd probably expect. So most of them are used on the Atlantic coaster. It's very rare to see them on the Land's End coaster. They do tend to spend most of their time over on the Atlantic ones between Adstow and Newquay. So that's where you can tend to find them. The Land's End coaster tends to have B9s in it with all of the hills that they have to contend with. There is a video on the Atlantic coaster featuring some of the ADL E400s on the Anmore Central channel, so do go and check out that video if you haven't already, if you want to see what sort of these are like in real life. A real life comparison. I mean, the registration on this is fictitious CN06, but I still think it's pretty cool because obviously the Clipper idea is Swansea based, and it is part of the first Cymru operation. And it is sort of the Clippers Air livery, so I do think it's a really, really nice touch that the 400 does have a CN, what you'd expect a sort of a Cardiff, South Wales registration plate. So it does feel like you've got this sense that the bus has been transferred to Devon. So I think that's a really, really cool touch that is worth noting, and it is worth something not to miss out on. So the usual stuff to just explain that this is still a work in progress map. It hasn't been publicly released yet. It is still work in progress. There may be things that you find and see on this video that may not be 110% for what you'd expect as a final product. There will be sections that may not necessarily be complete. There may be bits that are still a work in progress. Or bits that might be slightly buggy. Hello. So if you do see anything like that over this video on the course of the other videos in this little mini series that we're doing, just bear in mind it is a work in progress. It does not reflect the final product that you will expect from this map. So with that in mind, we are now at the train station, so we're going to loop round. It's a nice, cute station as well. I do really like the bayfront. It's really giving me Cornwall vibes. I've never been to Devon, so it's probably also Devon vibes. So it's probably the kind of thing you would expect in Devon as well. To be fair, I haven't been through Devon on the train. Yeah, I can vouch for that. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, I went round the corner, it's fine. We're all still alive. But this map has been in production for a few years now. We must remember that with maps that are in production for quite a while, it does mean that a lot more love and care has gone into them. And that's not to say that maps which are sort of built and then released don't have the love and care. It just means that if somebody has been working on a map for quite some time, it means that it has been developed and developed and developed. Sometimes you get map projects like the West Country, for example, that do get released at each update that they do, each change that they make. And then there's other map creators who prefer to do the updates away from the spotlight, away from the cameras, and sort of releasing and stuff like that. So everybody's a bit different. So as I say, just because this map is still a work in progress, has been for some time, doesn't mean that the developer has stopped working on it. It just means that, just like I was with my maps, your maps become your personal projects, and sometimes you do get to the stage where you just improve them and improve them and improve them, because when you do eventually release it, that means it's just absolutely perfect. So just a little bit of food for thought to bear in mind with that. Oh, this is nice. I like this bus station. There's also quite a few routes by the looks of it. And the two main operators on the map are Stagecoach and First. So we do seem to be going along, and they all go that way by the looks of it. Quite a few routes actually, so that's quite cool. And they do all seem... The idea of First and Stagecoach in Devon goes back to the days of like Barnstaple and bits like that, where you had all the competition on the Barnstaple corridor. That means I'm missing a livery. I need to get a livery installed. But it goes back to the era of sort of Barnstaple and the competition that they had on Ilcombe, I think it was. That they had a competition along there where Stagecoach running their 21 and 21As with sort of branded Scanias and bits like that, and first we're putting open top city buses on and that kind of thing. And I think this is what this map, and don't get me wrong, I am very, very happy to be corrected, but I think that's what this map is sort of going to semi-replicate, is this idea of first and Stagecoach working in a town together in Devon. That I think is an area that is worth modelling. I mean, it might not. I don't know if the competition is direct here or not. I haven't checked, but it is a concept really worth modelling and really worth showcasing. Is that supposed to be in black or? Oh no, that is the first bus. It's just unfortunate because there's so much going on with this map, and I've got other tabs open because there's other bits of work I was doing prior to driving this. I think it's just run out of textures. So I'll look into for my future video, as that's not a map problem, that's a me thing. I will look into a future video to reduce how many textures I'm using, just so that we do get all the liveries showcased. As there are a few different AI vehicles on, that's why it's using a lot more memory than it usually does, but I'll look to mitigate that. But what was quite interesting with that is that was an Eclipse in first bus livery, that does mean that there are other AI vehicles as well that aren't drivable routes. Again, another really nice touch. And we've got bicycle stands there. Oh wow, that's awesome. This is giving me Penzance vibes. This is giving me Penzance vibes. This is really nice. Penzance and believe it or not, a little bit of South Shields vibes. So from when we did the open top buses in the northeast at Stagecoach ran their old Tridents, give me those vibes. Oh, I really like the beach. Oh, this is lovely with the beach huts and everything. Oh, and the ferry. Wowzer. Well nice. No, the winding road is definitely giving me South Shields vibes. Really, really is. Or North Shields, I can't remember which one we went to. Well, no, it must have been South Shields. Must have been. Or was it North? No, it might have been North, because they were all they're all the Arriva buses, weren't they? Don't actually know. But I do know the northeast, the Seasiders that we went on over there. It's given me the vibes from that route. It's giving me those vibes. I do think I did a OMSI video on them actually, so do go and check out that if you haven't already. I'm not referring to the 19 that was also a Seasider, I'm referring to the routes that they did the year before that. And some roadworks. Yay! All again realistic to what we would expect. Oh, these are some proper comprehensive roadworks. Well, that's awesome. That is really awesome. Because what's quite cool about those roadworks is it'll actually build up a queue and a temporary bus stop. This is awesome. But it'll build up a queue that gives you realistic delays and stuff like that to what you'd expect in real life. I really, really do rate that. That's really cool. Oh, I like that livery. Green line. Wow, that looks really nice. That is a seriously nice popular livery. It sort of gives me Lothian and Go North East vibes. That's a really good thing. Sort of the contrast between them is really good. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're only a couple of minutes late. We're doing okay. Although I've not been rushing because we did set off a few minutes late and we are driving an open topper and it is really scenic, so. And I think what's quite nice is this sort of contrasts with the West Country 122. So it's got, the vibe is similar, the vibe is quite similar, but this provides different things that the 122 doesn't, and vice versa. I mean, I would argue that this has a little bit more pretense to it because it's not sharing a corridor with the 12.
Jesus, he's driving this like a madman.
So
That's a bad driver.
this is an entirely unique route, albeit it is slightly smaller, but it is a unique route that I do think is pretty awesome. Here we go, Adstow base. It is still a caravan. It is still a caravan park, so I'll give him that. Pull it a little bit away from the curve, I think. Yeah, we did okay for time. Oh, the lighting on that looks awesome. I like the lighting on that. That's really nice. Let's try and get a nice screenshot, and then there's a little bit of road I want to explore. That looks really cool. Again, delivery, such a nice choice. And you can see there was another bus, so that means these run every 20 minutes. Again, pretty awesome. As you can see, it is a caravan site, so it wasn't wrong. The branding is accurate for this. Town centre will go to the ferry, and then you've got the bit of the caravan site here. A taxi towing a caravan that I do think is pretty cool. I do like little Easter eggs like that. Pretty awesome. We've got the nice beachfront that has actually been thought through. There's a car park there. There's the sand as you'd expect it. The rock face, the rock defences that you would tend to get. That thing's pretty cool. And then if we have a little look up here, oh my goodness me, there's actually a developed area. That's awesome. And then that goes off, presumably, by the looks of it, to a tile that is currently a work in progress. So that's pretty cool. So there is the potential for this road to be utilised at some point in the future. That's really awesome. By the looks of it for now, it's being used by Arcala. So hopefully, I would imagine then, either the idea is the two maps will be closely linked and closely identified together, or there may actually be a potential merger of the two. So again, really, really cool. Really exciting. We love stuff like that. Keeps it really, really exciting. I mean, we've had a few discussions of map mergers in the past that unfortunately either didn't happen or I think the idea just fell through. So it'd be really, really cool if that could happen. But for now, I really hope you've enjoyed our first video on the Project Adstow version 5. As I say, it's still a work in progress map. It hasn't been publicly released yet, but as you can see, it's had a lot of work to it. Really, really cool, really detailed. A few bits probably still need working on and bits like that. And as we go through this series and have an explore of all the routes on the map, because that's what we'll be doing, I'll showcase all the routes to you all so you can see what they're all like. See the variety of them. We'll use some buses that are allocated to them, some more random vehicles, stuff like that. Try and keep with the company liveries on the routes as well, because we've got Stagecoach and First. We've got enough First Bus and Stagecoach liveries to use, so we'll keep with the theme of the operators. But hopefully, as I say, a lot more routes to explore, a lot more to see. But for now, I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you hadn't, do be sure to hit that like button so that more people can find it and enjoy like you have. If you haven't already, do be sure to subscribe to the Amobus Videos YouTube channel for more content like this from the OMSI 2 simulation section series with more videos from the Adstow project. Lots more videos to come on Thursdays and Sundays at 5 PM. It is. No, it's not 4. It's 5 PM on Thursdays and Sundays. So make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any more of the exciting routes on this map. For now though, I really hope you've enjoyed this one and I will see you all in the next video I make. Goodbye for now. Bye.